Well, ladies and gentlemen, hello, welcome to Houston Premier Arena for Texas Contender Series. My guest commentator at this time, the birthday boy.
Yes.
Dan Miller.
And we're starting off hot. This is a new Texas Contender Series qualifying match for to crown our very first champion.
As Carlos Diaz makes his way down to the ring, that's right. This is a qualifying matchup in the tournament that we are holding to crown the first ever Texas Contender Series champion. Carlos Diaz looking to become that person to hold the inaugural championship, but he's going to have his work cut out for him tonight as he takes on a mainstay here at Texas Contender Series in Shimbashi. We haven't seen Shimbashi in a little while due to the attack that he sustained against his matchup of Bulldog Jr. But nonetheless, Carlos Diaz looking to add to those injuries. And Dan, you gotta wonder if those injuries are going to play a factor for Shimbashi here tonight.
Well, a couple weeks ago, Shimbashi surely did take a beating, and with this fantastic attitude from Carlos here, it's gonna be hard for me to believe that he can not get re-injured in this match. You got to go through one of our mainstays, like you said, Shimbashi. A hurt Shimbashi.
And there you hear the bell of our opening contest tonight. Shimbashi looking for a show of sportsmanship, and no cap Carlos Diaz, as you said, not having any of it.
No cap, that's what gets Shimbashi in trouble. He starts shaking hands, all of a sudden he gets pulled in, takes a big move, gets a beating laid up on him, and he's out for 2 weeks.
Well, that's very well true. Shimbashi always trying to do things the right way. Sportsmanship all around for him. But nonetheless, his ability and talent, as you see a headlock takeover right there by Shimbashi, has gained him some notoriety even to be in this opening contest, this qualifier for this new Texas Contender Series, championship tournament.
You've been celebrating my birthday all day, Trent. I can tell.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere all the time. Shimbashi applying a submission hold here in the early goings.
You see, Shimbashi saw all the energy Carlos had coming out, so he's trying to wear him down early, get the breath out of his lungs. And if he could do that and ground him and not get taken advantage of from that injury, he'll be doing just fine.
Oh, big kick there by Shimbashi. As you see, this veteran in our sport knows exactly what he's doing, what he needs to do to ground opponents. As you see a cover there, only a 2 count there. Shimbashi looking to get the crowd riled up here as Diaz makes his way to the apron on the outside. Shimbashi looking for a shoulder tackle, but Carlos Diaz met him right there with a kick to the head.
No cap face plant, you heard him.
That's exactly, I was letting our audience hear it. No cap, leg drop to the back of the head from Carlos Diaz, and Shimbashi is down on the outside. As we see that aggressiveness and that cocky attitude as he makes eye contact with our cameras here in Houston Premier Arena.
No cap, do you know what that means, Trent?
I unfortunately am too old to know what that means, sir. I am not hip with the kids these days.
You got to start hanging out with Carlos Diaz.
Big chop by Shimbashi. telling Carlos Diaz to take a seat and give him one more chop to the chest. Referees count up to 6. Shimbashi needs to be careful not to get counted out, as he's aware of the count and breaks it right there. Going right back to work on Carlos Diaz. Ooh, and you could hear that sound echoing all through the Houston Premier Arena.
You know, and just as bad as Carlos Diaz wants that Texas Contenders Championship, nobody wants it more than Shimbashi. He's been here since virtually the beginning. He's put his heart and soul into Texas Contender Series, so much so that he's coming back after getting an ass beating from Bulldog Jr. just a couple of weeks ago.
Yes, quite the attack that he sustained against Bulldog Jr., but Shimbashi's never give up. Attitude, hard work. He did not want to stay out of the opportunity to become the inaugural Texas Contender Series champion.
A lesser man would have said, heck with this. A smarter man would have said, I'll challenge the winner. So we're going to see where Shimbashi lays in that spectrum.
Very well may be. But right now, Shimbashi's in a little bit of a predicament with Carlos Diaz, as Diaz has him in the corner.
Maybe too proud for his own good, Trent.
Well, if he's going to find a way, he better make it quick, because Carlos Diaz has put away opponents very quickly in some of his matchups, as he gives him a body shot right there, shooting him off into the corner. Shimbashi ducking, shoulder block, and met with a big clothesline there. And Shimbashi got a back elbow, ducking the clothesline there for a big neck breaker by Shimbashi, and Shimbashi's got all the momentum on his side right now.
This is the Shimbashi we're used to seeing here.
That's correct. Whoa, wow. A big drop kick through the middle and bottom ropes there to the outside of Carlos Diaz. And Shimbashi has his opponent down, looking to capitalize on it, throwing him back in the ring. And Shimbashi looking like he's measuring his opponent up. We've seen this before. He could be going for that running knee that he's put so many opponents away with before. Oh, Carlos Diaz had it scouted, blocking it, giving a nice shot to the face there.
Took too much time.
And you wonder, taking that time, as you said, Dan, is that from Bulldog Jr., as that we mentioned the injuries he sustained earlier.
You know, he attacked those ribs, and if you've got a hurt rib, everything hurts. Breathing hurts. Laughing hurts. Running the ropes hurts. Everything in that wrestling ring hurts.
As we've seen, we have some of the most athletic athletes here. Oh, big spine buster there to cover. Oh, wow. Carlos Diaz lucky to kick out of that. Shimbashi had that locked in on that pinning attempt. And Shimbashi motioning the crowd, could be going for that power bomb into the knee. It's a combination power bomb backbreaker. It's a devastating maneuver he puts people away with. But right now, he's looking to inflict more punishment on Carlos Diaz, as you hear the pain that Diaz is having. And Shimbashi has a nice deep armbar on Carlos Diaz right now in the middle of the ring.
You know, Trent, that might be a tell. Maybe he doesn't have the strength to get him up in that maneuver. That's why he took him down. That's why he's on the ground right now. I'll be surprised if I do see him get him up.
That's true. Shimbashi, though, a very smart veteran, knowing strengths and weaknesses even of himself, being able to placate to that to help will his way to victory, as Diaz is struggling, trying to crawl to the corner. And there you see Shimbashi noticing, pulling him back to the middle of the ring, but Diaz able to get out of it. As Diaz goes for a maneuver in the corner. Oh, and a big heel kick from Carlos Diaz off the second rope. Oh, but there you go. See the cockiness, the attitude of Carlos Diaz not to go for a pinning attempt there, looking to just put more embarrassment here on Shimbashi, looking for an even higher risk maneuver up top.
He wants to put him away, Trent.
Oh, and there is
a
no cap splash from Carlos Diaz, and a cover. This is it right here.
It was cap.
Oh. Shimbashi telling Carlos Diaz that splash is cap by kicking out. Carlos Diaz frustrated with the referee on that cover, wanting the ref to count faster. Diaz, knowing what's at stake in this matchup, an opportunity to get one step closer to that Texas Contender Series championship. Well, Shimbashi had a headlock takeover, Head scissors there, sorry. Carlos Diaz escaping to the outside. And Shimbashi going for momentum. Oh, looking for that drop kick again, but missing, no one home. And a big splash to the outside by Carlos Diaz. Both men knowing what's on the line here. And there you see that cockiness, that brash attitude of Carlos Diaz.
I think Shimbashi might be underestimating this kid, Trent.
That very well may be true, but Carlos Diaz is no slouch. He's not someone to be taken lightly. As you see, he has Shimbashi on the ropes, so to say, in this matchup. Both men putting forth quite the effort thus far in this matchup, trying to get one step closer to that Texas Contender Series championship. Oh, and a big spinning tornado DDT by Carlos Diaz. This may be it right here.
That's gotta be it.
Whoa! Wow, so close. Shimbashi, 2.9 on that cover right there, just barely kicking out.
Shimbashi is running on fumes right here. Carlos has got to capitalize on this. He can't be taking timeouts. He can't be on his knees. He's got to be right on him, and he's not doing that right now.
No, he's very frustrated that didn't put him away right there, but he's looking to go up top. Shimbashi getting up to his feet, meeting him up there on the ropes. Shimbashi with a forearm to the face, and Shimbashi's going right up on top of the ropes there with Carlos Diaz as he gives him a couple shots to the back and a few more for good measure. Oh, this could spell trouble for Carlos Diaz right here.
Shimbashi's hurt. This could spell trouble for him too.
That's true. Shimbashi favoring injuries thus far. This is why it's called a high-risk maneuver. Oh, and Carlos Diaz biting Shimbashi on the head.
Smart move.
As he takes Shimbashi down to his feet momentarily. There's Diaz up top. Going for a no-cap splash again. Pierce moves that play. Shimbashi with that powerbomb backbreaker combination. Oh, into that running knee. That's got to be it right there. And there you go. Shimbashi with that combination powerbomb backbreaker, along with his running knee, putting away no-cap Carlos Diaz here tonight and moves one step closer to that Texas Contender Series championship.
But if you notice, Trent, Shimbashi didn't get him up. He picked him out of the air. How are those injuries affecting Shimbashi right now?
Well, that's true.
He looks strong right now. He's making that belt sign, but when he gets into the back, is he going to be icing? Is he going to be taping up? Is he going to be taking a salt bath when he gets home? I think so.
That's true. We've seen Shimbashi at his best tonight, coming away with a victory.